Hey sports fans, here we are out at the property on Saturday, the 26th of August. Almost the end of September. We got most of the stuff done for today. We're just doing a little bit of just cleaning up and putting everything away before we go. And it's a nice day out here. It was supposed to rain, but it's been not too bad. There are some clouds in the air, but it's not bad. So just stuff we got done today. We take a look over here. We did a little bit of work over at the outhouse. Just trying to get it. I had some smaller pieces left over. So I put some bracing up in the corners to help stabilize it, both sides. And I put a little railing on each side. And it steadies up the front. The rear is still a little bit wobbly, so I've got some longer pieces saved here. And I'm gonna go up and do an angle on the inside and brace that on the sides and do at the back. So that'll brace it up. So we got that to do. We got the box to build. The trim is up on the front, the soffit and fascia. It's all screwed up there, and the front row of screws on the roof is on. On the rear, we got, it's drip edge and fascia. So we got drip edge and fascia here. The rest of the roof's still got to be screwed down, so the screws are only at the front. And then, of course, we got the clamps holding it on at the back. So that's all that's left to do here. And we still haven't decided what we're doing for siding yet. And of course the dirt, I had to push the dirt back against the sides to kind of seal it in, and then I made this area big enough so I can bring the tractor in through here. That's all just some extra 2x3s that from pallets and stuff that I had taken apart. They might work for what I need, but and that pallet's for when I normally do firewood. I just dragged it over here to keep this stuff off the ground. So this entrance, the tractor will be able to get back in here if we got to do anything. I cleaned up some branches and stuff here so we could get it in. Had to cut down a couple little small trees, but nothing major. So that's the update for here. So we'll be back out here Monday morning, start working on the box, and hopefully get that done so we can actually start using it. Well, we can use it now, so let's take a trip down here. We also, first thing this morning, lifted up the feeder legs because they were starting to sink into the ground. And they weren't sinking in that much, but they were sinking in about 6 inches or so. So I had some scrap 6x6s from some pallets. So I took 2 6x6s, put them together, and if you look on the bottom, let's get up here and see if you can see it. So if you look on the bottom, there's a piece of 2x10. So I cut those to fit underneath this, and then kind of made an imprint. I could have made these a little bit deeper, but they'll hold it for now. It's actually not too bad for stable, as it's going to sink into the ground, but it's lifted it back up to where it was. So we pulled them out, leveled it off, put these pads down, and that keeps it lifted up. It shouldn't, those are going to sink into the ground eventually. We just add more. I got more of these 6x6s. If I have to, I could build new ones. So that's what we got done for today. Looks like the deer been out here already because I had corn over on top of the salt block and they've licked it off, eaten it off. I had some apples out. They've eaten a couple of apples too. I always leave some apples for my deer. So that's what we did this morning. We'll get that done. So, and then yes, I know the grass needs cutting out here. I'm just busy doing other stuff. Might get to it in the next of it because it's been raining all week, like on and off and on and off. And you can see our willow is doing really good. There's a bug or something in there eating some leaves off it. But other than that, I cleaned all this stuff up. I took the pallets away in the rain barrel, cleaned it all up, opened it all up with the push mower. I got to trim this brush back, 'cause that prickly thing I hate. But this is doing really good. So you can see down through here. Let's see if I can get it. There we go. So it seems to be doing really good. It's growing up higher. So next year, what we'll do is we're going to take this off, and I got some stakes, some T-bar to put in, and we'll make an actual bigger enclosure so it can grow higher. We'll leave the center pin in and kind of tie it to it so it can grow up. It looks like it's really doing well, that one branch. So it's got a fairly big, and we'll be see it. Let me see it better that way. It's got a fairly big, thick, what would you call it, trunk going in there. So it seems to be okay. It's been raining, so it's been getting lots of water. And so we hope that's doing good. We'll see how that's going. We had some of the wind. We had this wild apple tree that I had here, one branch come down. I had to clear it off and push it back in, trim some stuff off. I'll cut that up for firewood because apple burns really well. So another little bit, you can see the piece in there that came off of, just cracked right in there. So it means that side's probably dead too. It looks like some of this other stuff is as well, so that may be coming out as well. We don't know yet. As I'm going along, I'll do it. It doesn't look like it's alive, so I may have to cut the whole thing down. And we still got the humongous pile of wood here. I'm still working on, I got to get the other wood into the tractor port and get it done. And then we can start splitting and stacking this wood here. So this is all the maple we got off. This is all the maple we got off here. You can see some of it's punky in the center, but we can get rid of that. But there is some decent wood here, and then the elm, of course, is really good. You can see how damp it is. We got friggin' mushrooms growing off the side of the wood. Not sure you can eat them ones, but we can always give them to Ken to test out if we need to. And that's really about it. That's all that's going on here. I still got this wood over here to split. I got the apple and the cherry from my house. The apple that's down there. And then we got all that wood to bring over from over there and put it in here. As you can see, we're down a little bit, so we got to fill that back up. And I got to organize this stuff. So now that we've got the solar up and operational, now I got to order some lights, and we'll start doing some wiring on that this year once we start moving inside. And in the shed here, so in the shed, I already built a little stand here last weekend. So in here, as you can see, so we got these things in here. This will hold a 4x8 sheet of plywood sideways, and this is 8 foot to here. So we can put the plywood and everything else in there, get that. It's all stored off the ground, yada, yada, yada. I just got the 1x4s here are actually going to go the front face here. So it doesn't chip the edge of the plywood, so it'll go up to here, and then another one over there if I do decide to store something else in here. Once we get that up, then we got to screw this stuff down that I put in here just to add some stability to the floor. And then all this plywood can go away. And then the back wall here is I'm going to build similar to that. So you can see how it's done. We got it anchored in the bottom on the wall, and then anchored in at the top. This holds it from coming out. We got some, I can put little racks in. And all the lumber is going to be going up in there to store it. So we'll have like, I got some 2x6s, I got some 2x8s and 2x10s in there, so they'll go on the bottom, and then 2x4s, and then the rest of the 2x3s, 1x2, 2x2, all that stuff will go up. And then once that's done, then we'll get that stuff. This will be all sorted out, and all that lumber that's over in the tractor port can come over here. And we're building a little roof that comes down off of here, and it's going to, you can see it there, that wood there. So it's going to come off and it's going to come down, and then I've got two, what do you call them, deck blocks to go in here on the gravel. I got some 4x4s. We'll stick them up, make a little roof to protect this, because this is all just wood, and I didn't want to keep it out of the weather. As you can see, it's starting to get, you know, so I'd rather save it if I can. And then everything else is just equipment. It's fine. I keep it greased and oiled and everything else like that. Box blade, there's no real moving parts, so it doesn't really matter. And the big rocks we dug out from the ground when we were doing it, there's a nice piece of quartz here. Yeah, it's a nice big piece of quartz. Oh, there's a little frog. So, nice big piece of quartz here that I'm going to see if I can clean up. There's some other ones too that look pretty neat, but I don't know what I'm going to do with them yet. I do have some spots I want to put some rocks. These are some more rocks that came out. Some more rocks. We do have a little pile. There's a little pile over there, and I got a pile over here. So as we do this, we're going to sift through, take the rocks out. The small rocks and stuff like that, I'm going to put on the old outhouse pit to protect it, and so nobody walks on it. And the bigger ones, maybe we'll make a little lining for the laneway. I don't know. We'll do something with them. I hate to throw away those big rocks because there's some nice quartz and there's some nice colors in there. Some granites and some schists. So that's about it. Tractor's doing good. Everything else is doing well. Ken was out here burning a whole bunch of pallets today, and we got some work done. Just got a little bit more landscaping to do. Put some grass seed down, and I got to fill in that because it's really bumpy, so it's got to be filled in. And that's it. And when you see Ken's patiently waiting to leave. So that's it, sports fans. That's what's going on. Oh, there's a little chippy in there. Oh, little chippy. He's in there getting some corn. So that's it, sports fan. That's what's going on today. We've got we got a little bit of stuff done. Stuff set up to continue on tomorrow. Oh, we got a deer out at the feeder. That's where we are at the moment. That's our update. I didn't get one yesterday because it was raining. I didn't come out. So this is the update for the week. Oh, the other thing we got is up in here. When I did the deck, I never put siding on. So I've just got some, drip edge and some fascia to put on there, and that'll be done. I got it sitting up on the deck there. It's just got to get up there. It's a little bit pain in the ass going up with the ladder, but that's like an hour-long job. So there's your update on what's going on with the property, sports fans. That's all we got happening. We'll get some game camera pictures on Monday. I'm not taking any today because we're doing the video. So game camera pictures on Monday again, and we'll see you here.